What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Tekken 5 Devil Within, and I think I've almost run out of things to talk about, but last time I mentioned that there were a few spin-off games that were like kind of along the same vein as this mode, which is in Tekken 5. I figure if I'm gonna talk about like video game offshoots, I gotta mention them because those were when Namco was going a little off the deep end and felt like they were kind of going a little too far. Not like Sonic the Hedgehog, where they would just fucking threw darts at a dartboard, see what landed, and hope something would land. But they were kind of like straight and narrow, but just so weird that it can't help it be mentioned. Alright, so the first thing I should mention is a game that was released on, I think it's only mobile, probably there that way. It's called Tekken Bowling, and bet you can't figure out what it's about bowling with Tekken characters, and it really is not all that interesting. Which I only found out about this because someone made a video through Machinima, and I think it was called The History of Tekken, which is like from 1990, like 2013. So I actually gave that a look, and yeah, you get to see all the mainstays on there, like the games, the Tekken Tag Tournament games, all the good shit, and they did a pretty good job of putting it together. Although when dudes started playing capoeira characters, I kind of wanted to punch him in the face. But anyway, so at one point there, Tekken Bowling got brought up, and holy shit, that is the weirdest game I've ever seen. It looks like they literally just took like a bowling template and put Tekken characters over it. I mean, again, it's for mobile, and unfortunately, I do not own a phone that will be able to play that. But if you guys have ever tried it before, please tell me how it is. I'm certain maybe someone out there has some prior experience with this and would be willing to share information. So another one that was kind of interesting is, how'd it go? It was another mobile game, and it was in the model of Tekken 6's graphics engine. So automatically, this is probably gonna look like shit. not in the vein it looks like Tekken 6, but in the vein that they're trying to put out mobile. So, ew. If I remember correctly, I think it was a card game where you had to like draw certain cards in order to like perform actions. It was either that or it was like a slot machine game. I'm willing to bet it's more latter, but just look up mobile Tekken games and that stuff is gonna be in there. That was weird. Oh my god, whoever thought that up? Oh man. If there's one thing you really shouldn't do is turn a fighting game into a turn-based strategy game. I'm sorry, that just doesn't work. That's almost like Chronicles of the Sword from Soul Calibur 3. There's just some things you just don't do. Making a card game out of a fighting game, that would be one of them. That would definitely be one of them. Although I'm pretty sure now I said that there's probably gonna be a couple examples of that not being true. But just taking a fighting game and taking it into a turn-based thing, that's no good. That just immediately took the best part of the game out of the equation. As far as other experimental titles, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I've already mentioned the one Soul Calibur game that was on the Wii, which I might do a Let's Play of at some point, because, well, I'm covering these things. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm honestly on the fence about that. I'll have to look into it first before I actually get into it, because if it's anything longer than 3 hours, I might reconsider. But anyway. The only other weird things I can think of is the Wii version of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, where they got like the weirdest game modes in there, where it's like well, first of all, obviously because it's on the Wii, you can equip like Heihachi for like Mario outfits. I was like, this is easily worth getting a Wii U for, but sadly I do not have the money for that because I'm also not gonna get a Wii U until the new Project Monolith game comes out, because that thing looks baller as fuck. So yeah, but then again, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is just kind of like more silly overall. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's just like, it's for fun, and frankly do that pretty well. Oh yeah, also combat tuning in Tekken Tag 2, which is like the goofiest and also simultaneously one of the best tutorials you can ever find in a fighting game, or tutorials period. That thing is just amazing. Oh my god. If you guys ever played Tekken Tag 2, you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't seen it yet, at least give it a quick look in passing, because it's honestly worth it. It's just too funny. Also expect to play through that in the future. Let's see. I think I remember reading this like one game mode in Tekken Tag 1, where it was like you spawn like a volleyball on screen and you had to hit it and then like chuck out your opponent. I don't remember if that was Tekken Tag 1 or some other Tekken game, but I do know it was like it was in there and it was just like hella weird and hella cool. I was just like, oh my god, dude, I should try this. This actually looks pretty fun. If nothing else, just for the sheer novelty of like the first 2 minutes. Kind of like Wii Sports, except not really. I don't know. Oh man, I am running those hiccups right now. Close up. Well, thank you, Past Me, for just randomly giving me the thumbnail views for this video. Yay! I knew eventually I'd be hitting a break wall in the commentary for this because this game design is just like so shallow and so drab. You can only get away with doing stuff for so long, but I managed to make a commentary last longer than I thought it would. But yeah, I guess now this is where I just started talking about random bullshit. So yeah, anyone interested in watching me do a stream on YouTube on Twitch? Because I honestly made a Twitch account and I don't remember why originally. Oh yeah, the reason I made it is because I saw it had like free capture software on it for computers, so I was like, yeah, I could probably just use this as like a fraps of some kind because my old computer only has 4 gigs of RAM, so I might be able to make something good of it. You know, just like do that via the internet and have some free stuff is always good. So I was like, yeah, why not? Only problem is I have no idea how to use Twitch, and I'm probably not good enough for a while. Because the day I'm recording this right now, April 10th, I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but I'm totally going to make some sort of announcement at some point whenever I decide to actually get on the ball about that and give it a good modest attempt and have everyone bitch at me over a chat. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm not making a lot of comments about the puzzles that's going on right now on screen because honestly, you guys have already seen variants of these before. It's just like literally every single one of these puzzles is either A, sliding platforms around to like using get the doors, or B, timed button presses, which is like just getting from point A to point B in a short amount of time. That's basically what the majority of the stuff here boils down to, which is sad because, well, I still honestly like the idea of turning Tekken into a platformer. I'm sorry, it's just, I don't know. I like the idea. I honestly do endorse the idea of just making offshoots of games, but this is not how you do it. This isn't how you do things. I mean, God, you couldn't have ripped off anything like, I mean, hell, Naruto Dragon Ball Chronicles ripped off God of War. Dante's Inferno ripped off God of War. As a matter of fact, a lot of fucking games rip off God of War. I'll have to look into just how many actually do that. Anyway, if this game could have ripped off anything, it should have been God of War. At least with the, if not for the controls, for the level design, because that would make it like hella fun. But I'm just saying, I am totally for ripping off other games as long as A, they bring something, they expand on the original source, and B, they handle well. That's really all I gotta say about that. I mean, Dante's Inferno built off God of War pretty damn well. Shippuden, not really. Damn it, Tomy, why'd you make that game? Well, this is going up before Uzumaki Chronicles, so that's gonna be a hell of a lot more fun. Ugh. I don't blame you guys if you end up skipping that playthrough, honestly. Honestly, I probably would too, because that game is complete shit, and there's only so much commentary you can get away with solo before you just hit a brick wall, and it just becomes boring and out of control, and yeah. Although right now I haven't even recorded the rest of the series, so I'm only on part 9 right now, and frankly, because of film school, I have not been able to get around to doing the rest, because those fuckers have decided to rob me of a social life. God damn it. Why would you guys do this to me? Not you, the film school people, which I love my college, I honestly do, but they just fucking making a movie is just requires way too much work. Like I said, to say after this semester, I'm probably not going to direct my own film ever again because I don't like the fucking paperwork. But that's an entirely different story for another day. So I was going to mention this earlier, but I honestly, after giving it some good thought, I don't think I'm a very big fan of using Devil Jin in anything outside Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I'm not saying he's just a really bad character, but after looking at it, he seems like the only really good thing he has going for him is like really good combo damage, and granted that is like a hella good thing, but I don't know, just the level of execution you need to be able to pull off his shit, just, you know, out besides Kazuya's counter hit down forward 2-inch electric, which is like one of the hardest things to do in all the series. I don't know. I just after playing as him an extended period of time, over time, I've just, I don't know. I find him kind of stale. I mean, his gameplay is great, but it just feels way too limited compared to other characters. I don't know. Right now in Tekken Tag 2, I'm experimenting with like Lars, Bruce. I want to put Jinpachi on a team because I watched Eris's tutorial on him a few days ago, and he was explaining how he's a cheap motherfucker, and I'm like, he requires like no brain input, and you can just hit a button and automatically piss off at a moment. I like this. I honestly do, because I would love to be able to do electric wind god fists, except I do not have an arcade stick. I have a gamepad, which, yeah, you can do electrics on a gamepad, but it's gonna fuck your hands up after a while with a directional pad. That being said, never try to master Tekken on a 360 controller. For God's sakes, don't do it. That controller is not meant for fighting game inputs. I'm not necessarily dissing on the 360 itself. I just don't like the controller for doing fighting games. The buttons are just like not good for it. You need something like a PS3 controller in order to do that with tight inputs and dexterity, functionality. I didn't say that. Anyway, Nerd Devil logo sitting up there, but unfortunately I have absolutely no idea in hell of how I'm gonna be able to reach that. Like, it's just chilling up there in the rafters. I'm like, how the fuck do you get this thing? Unless maybe you time your jump just right. No, again, it's been a while since I reviewed this footage. Can you get it? Oh, got it anyway. No, never mind. Well, that was lucky. Shit. There goes my entire argument. Another save point. I would use it, except kind of on a time crunch right now. You know, at this point, I remember even me playing this back then. I was like, "Fuck this! I want to get this level done and over with." At this point, I was like, I just seriously sat down and recorded this entire game from front to back. And as you've seen from this level design, it can be quite draining. Ugh. I would honestly have hated to try doing this live. Doing this post is honestly feels like so much more relaxing. You don't have to worry about straining your brain over trying to find every single little nook and cranny across the screen. You can honestly just sit down and laugh at how bad the level design is. Speaking of which, look at these fucking platforms. God damn it. Why? I love that hit detection that was going on right there. I just could barely reach that platform. And if past experiences have told me anything, hey, yeah, if it looks like a dead end, it's probably going to be an enemy spawn, so that way you're not necessarily fucked over. And hi, Jack Moveset, how are you doing today? Has anyone actually ever used Jack? I mean, he's like one of the easiest characters to use in the game, despite the fact that he sucks. I don't feel sorry about saying that. I honestly, that's how I feel. Hell, I do not like Jack. I'm certain someone could take him to Evo. I mean, for God's sake, someone took True Ogre and Jinpachi? Someone else. It was True Ogre and someone else, and they took him to fucking Evo. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me, really? True Ogre of all characters? I mean, you can't juggle him, which is pretty goddamn insane, but still, that's just nuts. But he does kind of break the rules of the game anyway, so I can see how that would do it. If anything breaks the rules of any fighting game ever, you can probably rest assured that they're going to end up in some high tier shit. Just mind games all over the place. Well, it's just me, but I'm kind of expecting Spinal to appear at Killer Instinct in the Evo finals. But that's just me because, you know, crazy mind games. I don't know, either Saberwolf, Thunder, or Spinal. Fulgore just got released a couple days ago, so I don't think anyone's really going to have any high tier shit going just yet, but you know, I'm surprised I've honestly gone this long in the Tekken playthrough and I haven't mentioned Evo once. God. So how about how about Evo letting Tekken back into Evo 2014? Shit. Not like it matters anyway, it's just going to be another Mishima Fest. I mean, God, everyone uses Heihachi at I mean, I don't really watch a lot of tournaments live. In fact, I don't usually watch them outside of like the semifinals and the finals when they're posted on Team Spooky's YouTube channel, which is just like where they put it. And every time I do, I swear to God, it always feels like there's either an Asuka player or a Heihachi player at the finals. It's just like, dude, really? Why does everyone love Heihachi so much? I mean, I know he's got like the easiest pressure game in there, but shit. I mean, I would have thought someone like Double Junior Kazuya would be in the highest tier shit, but no, they're not. Then again, Kazuya's kind of meant to capitalize on mistakes. Top Euro players don't really make mistakes. Yeah, that would probably do it actually. And that has absolutely nothing to do with this game because Tekken Devil Within is not a fighting game. It is a platforming game. And I don't think you're gonna let a platform game into that sort of environment. Anyway, this is a silly little thing right here. You gotta do this gauntlet twice. And first time in order to break that wall. The second time in order to actually go ahead and access the hole in the wall you just made, which will allow you to keep. Oh my god, dude! Look at that fucking mini map. There's 3 locked doors going on right now. Can you see the problem here? This is stupid. I mean, can't even pause the game and like do like a Jack and Daxter where you can just pull up the full map. No, you gotta rely on this thing. And despite the fact that it's laid out pretty well, there's like no indication as to where anything is. I've already bitched about this, but the fucking mini map, guys, come on. You need a better mini map. Really show where everything is, where you can find doors that you need to go through, or targets, or Metro Prime this bitch. Give you icons where you need to go. I'm just, again, spitballing ideas, and it happens to be already better level design than what they got. But then again, I don't think they're really going to do anything like this again anytime soon, sadly. But because I like this idea, as I've said multiple times already, but until Tekken 7 comes out and they do it again. Which then again, they've done something like this in Tekken 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, never mind, I'll probably do it again. I don't know, I feel conflicted if I wanted to bring back the beat 'em up sections of Tekken 6 or do something again like this game. I just have 2 separate modes with each one doing their own thing. Actually, it'd be a pretty baller idea. But anyway, catch you guys in the next part, which is going to be the last one. Yeah.